I've talked about a lot of artists on the move, but what do you think's going to happen when you take a legend like Kicks, who's dominating the sneaker world, dominating the comic world, dominating the toy world, and has now entered into the art card space? Do you think he's just going to get lost in the shuffle? Or do you think something massive is about to happen in this sector and he's going to have his hands directly in it? I bet you he has something massive cooking. And stick around because you might find out exactly what it is. My man Kicks, welcome to CAA. How you doing, man?
What's up, my boy? I'm doing great, bro. I'm here at the HQ. Just wrapped up a lot of work today, so I got to finally relax and chill and talk to you, bro.
Late night chilling, right? You putting in some serious hours, man.
After this, we gonna eat. We're gonna go eat something good. We're taking the team out. So yeah.
So I'm loving everything you're doing, man. You know, I put out some love for you in the videos because I appreciate your eye for design and style. But tell us about your background because I've done my homework, but I doubt everyone watching has. Tell us where you came from, your background, how did you get started, man?
Man, so I had kind of a crazy upbringing, bro. I grew up in Texas with my mom and my stepdad. My mom passed away when I was 8, so then I ended up moving with my grandma and my aunts in LA. So I was raised in LA, downtown LA, kind of like in the hood, so it was like a tough upbringing, but my family, they raised me right, and they made it out of the hood, like they say, and they're all doing great. And we moved to Bellflower, and then I stayed in the LA vicinity for most of my life, and just recently, about 5.5 years ago, moved up here to Sacramento and made it my home. So that's kind of my stomping grounds, is here in Sacramento. And man, it's amazing, bro. I love it out here.
Good, man. So when did your artist journey begin? I assume you've been doing it for a minute or two based on what I see. But so where and how did it start?
My art journey started when I was 4 years old, bro. I was drawing my own comic books. So I've been drawing since I was a little boy. And I had my step cousin from my stepdad's side. He was an artist. So I would always watch him, and I kind of just picked up that hobby and that skill set and just practice, bro. It took it to where I'm at today. But to be honest with you, through my 20s till I was about 25, I did not know what I was doing with my life. I already had my first kid, paying child support. I was working at Finish Line shoe store, paying child support. I was really not making much, bro. I was making probably about $300 every 2 weeks, after child support and all that stuff. So
sure, yeah.
You can't really live off that, bro. I was renting my cousin's couch in the living room. I was sleeping on the couch and just giving them I think $100 every month to sleep on the couch. And I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And I was tired of not being able to, really provide for my kid and give him the nice things, that I wish I could. So, working at Finish Line, I loved shoes, but I couldn't afford them. I had 2 pairs of sneakers to my name, some busted ass Nikes. And, some of my cousins, they had better lives at that point in time. I was older, so I kind of wanted to do things on my own, moved out of home. Then I ended up living with my cousin right there, trying to figure out what I was going to do next. But one of my cousins, he had a bunch of sneakers, and he came up to me one day and he said, "Yo, Sal, do you think you could restore sneakers? I know you could paint and stuff. Do you think you can?" I said, "Well, let me figure it out. Let me try it." So really my career and journey started by restoring sneakers and fixing Jordans. So I went from making $300 every 2 weeks to it almost seemed like I was a drug dealer, bro. I was living in Norwalk in the hood, and people were coming to my apartments with boxes of sneakers with cash inside, and they're just dropping them off. And I was making probably about a cool $1,000 a week cash, bro. So to go from 300 every 2 weeks to that.
Yeah.
My head and where I was at in life, I felt like I was rich at that point, bro. I was able to put food in my cousin's refrigerator, get off of those cup of noodles, man. Buy my son nice clothes, food. It's always been about family for me, and that's the biggest thing. in my life is about family. So when I make it, like my family's eating, bro. So that's like the main thing for me. And also it's why I value and really love my collectors and fans so much, because without them, you know, my family's not eating, bro. So anybody that's really collected from me and actually been able to talk to me, they know that I'm all about my people, bro. That's always going to be number one for me. My people and my family. So yeah, man, that's how it started for me, was the sneakers. And then I started doing research, and I saw that you could do artwork on sneakers, and I was like, yo, chill. Like this is something that I could really do. And
Yeah.
I did some homework, and it just took off from there, bro. Like I was doing really well. And things got really crazy in I think it was 2016. So at this point in time, 2016, had my social media rocking. I was like at 100,000 followers just off doing custom sneakers, bro. It's not easy to get to that point no matter what.
For
So
sure.
like the fact that I was, me as a minority, bro, me being a minority, I was born in Mexico, came here, got adopted by my aunt and my uncle. They allowed me to become a citizen. You know what I'm saying? So that really like changed my life, bro. Like when I got that citizenship, but I was only 12 years old, so I didn't really know any better about that.
Of course. Yeah.
But being a minority in this country and trying to make it in something like this, and like the amount of marketing and publicity is hard, bro. Like it's not easy.
For sure.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like you gotta put in double the work. That's kind of how I see it. No matter what I do, that's why I'm the first guy in here and I'm the last guy out here. You know, I have a great team. I have an amazing staff, my business partners and everything. So you know, that's what it is, bro. Like it's just putting the team on my back and leading by example. You know how hard I work. And yeah, so 2016 had 100,000 followers, was killing it in sneakers. And I was on my way to SneakerCon in LA, had a really big booth. Like I had done like this installment of a bunch of custom sneakers of Back to the Future shoes. And it was the second day of the con, and I got in a crazy car accident. Messed up my back, bro. I didn't make it to the show. It was actually worse than I thought it was. And doctor told me, you can't paint. You got to rehab. You can't do any of this stuff because it's putting strain on your back. You got to take your feet off the gas. And me, bro, I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm making money right now. Now, mind you, I wasn't making the money I'm making today, but I was making a good enough money to take care of myself and my family and live comfortably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when that happened, I went through a mini depression in my life in 2016. I ended up making my Instagram account private, and I logged out, and I didn't log back in for another year. I was just really done with art, bro. Like after that happened, like I went through this really like rock bottom stage, bro. Like there's nothing else for me, bro. Like you know, this is what I do. This is what I'm good at. I'm not good at anything else.
Yeah.
So I went through that. After I did rehab, I had to swallow my pride and get probably one of the worst jobs I've ever had. It definitely was. I was working at a refrigerated warehouse. It was like a freezer. So like you go in there with you know, in the cold, but then they threw me in the humid room. So I was moving in and out of the humid room into the cold. I got really sick. I had to go to the hospital a couple times. But it was just like in my head, I was like, this is it. This is my job. So I'm gonna bust my ass and work my way up to supervisor or something, bro. Like if I'm here, this is what I'm gonna do. And it got to the point, bro, where I hated it. I just hated it so bad. I hated it to the point where I knew I deserved more. And it pushed me to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm going to log back in my Instagram and I'm just going to give it one more shot, bro, because I can't stand it here anymore. And it was like destiny, bro. I mean, it sounds cheesy, but I log in and I make it public and it accepts everybody that's trying to follow me because, you know, like, when you make it private and they try to follow you, it goes to this box where you have to accept it and it approves all the people trying to follow you.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So I did that and I was able to see all that, you know, and pretty much I saw that Cat, Carl Anthony Towns, was one of the guys that, you know, requested to follow me. And there was a few other celebrities like Fabulous, the rapper. There was Hassan Whiteside, a couple basketball players. R.I.P. the homie Twitch, that was the DJ for Ellen. He was one of them. A lot of crazy names, bro, that I would have never imagined. Like, because blogs were still posting my stuff even while I was gone.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, all my friends from the industry, from the sneakers, custom sneakers, they didn't check on me once, bro. Maybe I only had a group of like 3 friends that actually checked on me. Everybody else, they just didn't care. Some of the artists saw me as competition, so they probably were happy I was gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I saw Cat was following me, and I was like, I was at rock bottom, so I was like, you know what? Screw this, bro. I'm gonna shoot him.
Go
a message, shoot my shot, bro. So I shot him a shot. I was like, I wrote him a paragraph, and I was very transparent with my life and where I was at the moment. I told him, you know what, man, it means the world to see that somebody like you wants to follow me. And, I'm at rock bottom right now. I work this terrible job. I haven't painted in about a year. And I really want to get back to it. So if you give me this opportunity, send me a pair of sneakers, bro. I'll hook you up. And if you like it, we'll rock from there. And within 5 minutes, he responded to me on there. And it's kind of was like for me at the stage of my life and career and where I was at, it was kind of like I was in awe, bro. And he said, bro, I can't believe you following me, bro. Like, I love your stuff. I love your work. He's like, I'm actually in LA right now for the summer. Like, why don't you come by this week and we'll chop it up? So like, I was like, what the hell is going on? Right. Within a few days, I'm at his house that he's staying at. We chilled for like 6 hours. He bought me dinner. Like, we're just chopping it up. He kind of wanted to see my vibe, feel me out, see if I'm genuine. And I just kept it real with him, bro. And from that, the main thing that I always take with me that he told me, he said, because I've told him, I've thanked him so many times for like helping me like take that next step in my career. And he said, bro, you had the key. Like, pretty much he said that I just gave him the keys and I had the car, I was the engine, and he just turned the key and it just ran. So he pretty much said that like this happened because of my talent and skills, and he kind of just drove the car, you know what I mean, that I was in, and he opened that door for me. So I'm always like thankful to him for opening that door for me. And then because of Cat wearing this stuff in the NBA and stuff like that, that's how I got the publicity and the growth and the marketing. And I was having, I was on Forbes and all that stuff. I actually got on Forbes when I started doing the trading cards and the sneakers. So it was kind of a crazy mix of things. But yeah, man, that was the moment that changed my life. It was the moment that I was able to quit my job and really pursue like art full time. And really just changed my life, bro. So, and then you fast forward from there to about a year ago when I started doing art cards the way I'm doing them now. And I've always loved trading cards. I've been doing my own art cards per se, not one of one runs like I'm doing now, but I was making my own trading card booster boxes with different artists involved in my sets as well. My booster boxes were going for like $1,500 on some premium level shit. So yeah, I was already in the game. I actually had spoken to Piggy a couple times through Instagram DMs before I started doing the one-on-ones, and it was a really cool relationship we had going there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just like chop it up. It never happened, but he wanted me to stop by his HQ back when he was in the old spot, and he said, we could do something sometimes, and it just kind of didn't work out time wise, and I was over here and stuff, and
sure.
Now we're here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I just people were saying, yo, do the one-on-one shit. So I tried it, and it just ran with it, bro. It's where it's at,
So people think that you've now moved into art cards, but you're still everywhere, aren't you? You're doing everything still.
I'm still doing sneakers. I'm still doing sneaker projects for some of the biggest companies in the world. I'm still doing my paintings, my canvas, my mural stuff. My designer toys are in progress. I'm going to be dropping a lot of crazy designer toy exclusive premium stuff, limited runs. Some toys will be with cards. I got the XLs going. Now I got the comic size joints. I could tease them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? See this stuff right here. You can see the texture.
That's fresh too. Stuff. That's real fresh off the press, isn't it?
Yeah, this is fresh, bro. This is fresh off the press. So there's levels to it, bro. I mean, there's so much. Like I had told you before we started the podcast. I'm starting a nonprofit organization to really help the artists and kids, and not just kids, but older artists here in Sacramento, mentoring them on how to really captivate an audience and use social media marketing, which is free, to really build a successful business in today's market. You know what I mean? And whether it be sneakers, actual like canvas art, murals, apparel, it doesn't matter. You could use these tools, and Sacramento wants me to be the guy to teach the next generation of artists here. So
And I
that's
love that.
something that I've done before in the past. I used to have classes to teach kids, and even with some of the collaborations that I've done in the art card world, I try to be big bro and use my platform. I probably have the biggest platform when it comes to art cards. If you're looking at the whole the social media following combined, I probably have over 3 million followers through all platforms and website and everything. About 3 million or so, which is crazy. It's no easy task, but
Yeah,
as
for
you've
sure.
seen, I'm willing to take artists that I feel are amazing and they need that extra push to take them to that next level. And I've done it before, and I'm gonna continue doing it. You know what I mean? It's really something that I'm really proud of. Is helping these artists, with my platform to get the eyes that they deserve. So that's kind of one of the things I'm really proud of.
Yeah, I mean, so I see a ton of collabs, and everyone always asks, like, "Hey, why does Kicks do these collabs?" Like, and it makes sense now. You tell us about the nonprofit. Like, it's about exposure. It's about bringing light to all these amazing artists and bringing your creative design. Like, tell us a little bit about why you get into the collabs you do and what your role is in them.
So the collabs are really special to me because in this industry, doing what I've done and accomplishing what I've done, I had nobody like take me under their wing. I had nobody really give me tips, pointers to tutorials. I had to go on YouTube. Like that's everybody's class. You know what I'm saying? I went on YouTube and learned all this shit on my own. So I know how hard it was for me. And although I was able to make it here, it's not that easy for everybody else. So
Sure.
um, being being in the position that I am in, instead of being stingy and kind of an asshole, or somebody that's like very protective of what I've built, I'd rather use my platform to help others grow. And in all these collaborations, it starts with the brain, right? So I'll take an artist that I feel like it has really high potential and that I actually resonate to as far as the art goes. And I'll be like, yo, let's do this. This is the collab. This is what I got in mind. Either I'll sketch it out or I'll hit the bullet points. This is like, I know what they're good at. I know what they excel in. So here's the character. Let's run with this. Do this, add this here. Bop, bop, bop. Because in my mind, I'm already seeing visually, how am I going to lay this card out? What backgrounds am I going to incorporate? What am I going to have to draw to add to this? What treatments am I going to use? What kind of border am I going to use? What can I do to make this really pop? And so I take the creative direction. I let them do their thing. They spin it back to me, and then it's up to me to fully bring it to life and then produce them. Everything is produced here in-house. I got the machines, I got the manpower, and hopefully people can agree I have the skills to do it.
Now I've said from
So
day
yeah,
one,
so
Kicks,
that's
your
how it
stuff
comes
pops.
together.
Your
I
stuff
appreciate
pops,
it,
man. I've
and a
said
lot of
it.
people don't know because, like you, it looks cool, but when you get in a person, there's a whole nother like level to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Just like I said here, like I had one of these. I had one of the comic XLs printed out, and I didn't put it in the slab because I want to show you on camera kind of a little bit more of like the actual texturing and stuff. You know what I mean? Like the quality. There's there's levels and levels and layers to each design. So you can see the
Yeah.
embossing, you can see the layers of gloss, you can see the foil behind it, the white layers. There's a whole nother beast to the creation of each piece. So
It's
I'll be sitting.
unbelievable in person. I got that Kobe, right, tribute piece, 824. And like you said, it's like it's almost raised. Like I want to just break it out. I wouldn't ever and rub
But
on
yeah,
it a little bit, right? Like
it
it's
definitely has. I add element of embossing, texturing, gloss. You got the white spot layer, and then you got the foil behind it. So that goes into every card process and design that I am creating, whether it be a collab or my own. In my head, it's already running, bro. If I'm drawing my stuff, it's already running in my head. Okay, this is how I'm gonna lay this out. That way, my whole process is a lot smoother going through that. So
not.
yeah,
I just did an episode recently, and I said I feel like you have just a natural eye for things that look good. Like when I see your pieces, man, it's hard to explain. They just look good, right? Like you have an eye for good design. And I feel like you overcome learning curves quickly because you talked a little bit about your background and not a ton of formal training per se, right? You're sort of self-taught. And
Mhm.
I saw you printing on cases, and from version 1 to version 2 to version 3, like you went from here to here in like a day and a half, and now you're printing on the side of cases and the borders, and there's layers. It looks like layers on the
Yeah,
cases.
man. So it's really a lot of it is also having the access to the machinery, right? I could
Yeah.
have been doing this a long time ago, but I didn't have the machinery. And
Okay.
here at the HQ, I mean, we got a 10,000 square foot HQ. We got about 6 employees now. Rocking. We got a barber shop coming in. I have an in-house barber. It's crazy, man. So like things are like moving really fast. And yeah, I mean, knowing the programs, knowing how to work the stuff, knowing how to actually run a printer to its full potential is very key. Because you could have the machinery, but can you actually work it the
Yeah.
way it needs to be done? And that's something. And then we just got another big machine in that's gonna change the game, bro. Like I started with acrylics, but there's so much more than that. And you know what? I'm gonna tease you a little something that I
Let's
haven't
do
shown
it.
anybody, so we can do it here
Let's
for the
do it.
podcast. Let me grab this real quick. This is like I'm a big horror guy. Horror is like my favorite
I
genre.
know it, man.
So this is iconic right here. But let me see.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you got the blood dripping, and this is
Yep.
the ghost face one right here. And
That's sick.
know,
That's sick.
this is one of the big ones that I'm holding off till we get a little closer to Halloween. You know what I'm saying? And
I keep saying, man, I got 2 little girls watching Bluey. I can't be buying your
yeah, man,
October pieces, man.
I don't. I got something they will like. So what people don't understand is I am probably one of the hardest working artists in this game,
No doubt.
and I don't say that to shoot anybody else down. But I have probably about 25 card drops already done and lined up, and I have my next collab already done and lined up, and that's going to be in about a week or two with Born Ready Designs that we just dropped
Yep.
the Ash. We're dropping
Yep.
the Ash tomorrow, which is going to be crazy, right?
Hot.
And then I'm only dropping 4 companion sets. We dropped the Luffy last week and went crazy. Well, this one is about to change the game, bro. This one right here, we're about to show you guys. You know, Disney is one of my favorite things, and Disney goes crazy in the art card world. So, you know, I'll go ahead and tease you guys here. All right. So this is the Born Ready Designs Kicks collab. This is the Mouse Meltdown from the Meltdown series. Okay.
Yes.
So there's going to be different variations. My personal favorite is this one right here.
Yo. Sick.
Yeah. So yeah, these are going to be dropping very soon, but it's been something that's been requested a lot is they want me to do more Disney. So I found it as the perfect time to really take Born Ready under my wing and like, you know, really hit it hot and hard like, from the jump. So he also does he does a lot of cool stuff. He actually sells these mood it's almost like a mouse pad, bro. But you could use it to like roll your weed and shit. So he's in that industry. But I would use it as a mouse pad. But yeah, he makes these and he does really well. But I told him like, hey, bro, we're gonna use my platform, and I want you to drop these as a collaboration on your site, and I don't want $1 from them. I was like, we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna push it for you, and you're gonna make money. And I said, and as long as you rock with me, I'm gonna make sure you make money. And that's my goal, right? My goal is for any artist that I bring under my wing, and I help them by using my platform. Even if we stop making collabs, I just want to make sure you're making money.
Understood.
Like for me, that's number one. And also, I'm not money hungry, so I keep my prices at a reasonable rate where it's premium, but it's accessible to not only all the great collectors in the art card world, but I have tons of fans and collectors in all different sectors, whether it be designer toys, the designer toys, the shoes, the comics, because I do comic book covers. I'm dropping my first official Shredder #1, Godzilla, and Battle Beast in New York Comic Con. So I have those covers, and then I've had so many other covers under my belt. So there's so many levels to this, but just knowing that I can be a part of that journey for these guys to make money and really take care of their families the way I was able to do it, that makes me happy, bro.
Oh, it's beautiful, man. I mean, respect. Now, you're pumping out all sorts of different series. Now, most people know you probably for your anatomy collection, and you have your baller series, right? But you're pushing, I think, in all different ones. You have any other series, right? You just talk about sort of the Meltdown series, right? Like, what else do you have, Coach?
So Meltdown, I'm doing with him. With Jack and Wegs, they are kind of like really, really good and tuned in the doodle world. The doodle art, that's their thing. So I was really happy in being able to really bring that out of them in different creative ways. I have the anatomy collection. I have the console collision series, which is crazy. So I have so many series. I have the iconic mashup series, which is like mashing up some of the let's see. What can I show you here, dude? Actually, hold on.
Yes.
We got some stuff.
That crazy look in your eye.
Without giving too much, like this is like something I'm really proud of. Like when you actually see so this is from the kind of like iconic mashups. You got Sailor Moon with some Pokemon. This is a grayscale with the foil. This is like one of my new variation treatments.
Yep.
But just so you get an idea, I don't want to show too much, but
show it all, Kicks. That's why we're here, man.
Like, damn, pretty much, huh? Like, look at this.
Yes. This is what I mean, man. Like, I can see, and your camera looks like shit, but I can still see.
Even with the camera, you can see it.
The layers, man.
But yeah, man. Pretty much, bro. But, like, it is what it is. Like, I just love pop culture. I love pop culture. Yeah. I love colorful stuff. Like a lot of my art, you'll see it very colorful and
it pops, man. That's what I mean. It all pops. The color blends. Your eye for it. Like I don't know where you got it from, Kicks. Where the hell did you get it from? Like I feel like you said you just visualize it, and it just every time I see one of your drops, even if I hate it because I'm not a horror guy like you are, and you're pumping out all these people bleeding all over the place. I still love the pieces, man. They're sick.
Yeah, man. Like, let's see. So a lot of people don't know that I also do creative direction, and I'm one of the creative director when it comes to Thrill Joy, which is like a really big designer toy company. That's my boy Brian Mariotti, who was the CEO and founder and creator of Funko. He now owns Thrill Joy, and he was like, "Yo, I need you on the team." So he took me on, and it was always a goal of mine to work with Funko. That never happened, but shit, on to the next best thing, And actually, Thrill Joy is making a lot of noise, and there's going to be a big change in the toy culture, man. So I'm really excited for that. Sure. As far as I wanted to show you something on here, you know what? I'll just keep it a surprise. But like maybe I'll show you this one. Maybe I'll show you this one just because it's in the sketch process. Anatomy wise, I have some crazy stuff lined up. Look at this one.
Yo, man. You're just doodling on your phone and iPads all day long, aren't you?
I do a lot of my doodling. So a lot of the time I'll just draw a very rough initial sketch on a piece of paper. I will take a picture and throw it into my Procreate. and then I'll just be able to go with the inking and stuff on there and just really fine tune it up. But yeah,
so good, man. So good. The other thing I love that you're doing, man, and maybe I'm crazy, but my take from my vantage point is you're putting out a ton of information. You're heightening transparency. You're putting info about your print runs, about your variations. Like, talk to us about, is that intentional? I feel like you're pushing on this. Talk to us about it.
I feel like we're at a point in time, and this happened with sneakers too, where it's getting very, very saturated with the amount of people who are trying to do art cards now. With that, I mean, with a lot more artists, there comes more new collectors. And a lot of these new collectors coming in, they don't have the knowledge or anything like that to really like point them in the right direction. If you're coming in the game and you see so much different art cards, so many different artists, like, you might be spending different places, but you don't really know what's really going on behind the scenes. So
for sure,
I feel like the transparency and a little bit of the shift in my system is kind of bringing new life into the game. So what I need a lot of these artists to also understand is I didn't come into this game to step on or shit on anyone. Like, I came into this game knowing that I can bring something to the table for everybody that's going to help heighten and grow this community. And that is my platform. You know what I'm saying? So instead of always people seeing it as competition, even though people on the outside will see it that way, I try to just have tunnel vision and just focus on my thing. Like, if people are going to rock with me, they're going to rock with me. If they're going to rock with somebody else, that's fine. You know? But
the space gets big enough, everyone can eat, man. Everyone can eat. Everyone can eat, and if you're bringing it to you're using your platform. I'm using my miniature platform relative to yours. I'm like a little dot, and you're way up here, right? But
you're making noise, though, bro. You're on the right track.
Got to give love, man. Got to give love, and I love it. What separates you, though, from the other artists? I understand you're not here to step on toes or shit on anyone, but what separates you and your style, do you think, from the other card artists or art pieces, collectible art?
And I'm going to be honest with you, because I've been doing art for several years. There's only a few of us that are actually artists. And when I say that, I mean actually pen to paper, or pencil to paper, to sketching, to inking, to coloring from scratch. Sure. There's a lot of AI art out there, and I personally am not a fan of it. But I also understand we are in a time where it's just going to be used.
That's a thing. It's a thing.
So when you ask me what separates me from the rest, it's really just me being a genuine artist in like everything that I do, bro. Like, I'm actually drawing that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm actually putting my passion and my love for what I do into every single art piece. It's not just a prompt, that's kicking out and then I draw over it or anything like that. Like, this is actual artwork, man. And I take a lot of pride in that stuff. And as we go forward in this next year, I'm going to be doing a lot more content showing me doing these canvas pieces, these murals out here in Sacramento and all this stuff, so people could really understand that I am a real artist, bro. Like, this is what I do, and I'm here to stay. Ain't nobody kicking me out of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I love watching the videos, man. I was talking about the other day where you're just flicking the little brush on the board, right, the frame of your XL. So good, man. And those XLs shine. They're so shiny, man.
Yeah, we're taking that to the next level too, man. I got some exciting stuff that's in store for you.
I'm still stuck on the case, the acrylics on the card size pieces. You're printing on the sides. Like, I just saw you, right? You have Kickstradama written on the side there. And then the borders, man, I've seen people print on cases, and don't get me wrong, they're all hot. But the way you're doing, like, the border, the frame on the case, I need one, Kicks.
Yeah, you do, man. We're going to get you right, bro. But this all comes down to me being a creative director in the past and now, and just really having that eye and that vision for that stuff. There's some great stuff out there, man. I've seen Glue Trap drop some really cool stuff. You
For
know,
sure.
he does a really good job with that. Case Hitman has some really creative ideas that I've been seeing, and I always tell him like, "Yo, man, that's pretty smart. I like that." And you
Yeah.
know, Piggy is Piggy, bro. Piggy's gonna come out with some cool shit all the time.
Yep.
It's just I like seeing like the difference and the change and the variations and the different styles and stuff like that. I really like seeing that from different people.
They're pushing, aren't they? They're
Oh,
pushing it, man.
they're pushing, man.
I
They're
love it.
pushing.
So
It's
what's
a
next for you, man? Major projects underway, new projects you want to highlight. You already teased a couple, but
yeah.
you got the horror blind bags that you kind of hinted at too.
Oh yeah, that's New York Comic Con. That's coming up next week, man. We got next week is gonna be out of this world, man. We're gonna be on Whatnot on my boy's channel. I have 200 mystery bags of my art books, which is comics of my own that are gradable through CGC and PSA. All my horror stuff, and there's going to be chances to get AP Gold Superfractor cards in there, and also the AP Glow in the Dark cards in there, as well as like some very very limited shit. You know what I mean? So like the ballers come out to play in those, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
It gets fun, and then you know, I got my Godzilla cover, my first official Godzilla cover dropping in New York Comic Con. Number one Shredder's first official comic book. They had me do the cover, and then
So
we also
sick.
got the Battle Beast from Invincible, which is huge. There's a couple. I'm gonna be doing a lot of official comic book covers in the near future. Working on my first official Marvel cover, and then I'm working on something special for. I can't say too much, but I'll say this much. I'm in talks with Nike to do something special with them for NBA All-Star Weekend. So, and that is including all their top tier athletes. So yeah, we got something
Let's go.
lined up. And for a lot of people that are watching right now, they haven't done the homework and research, like you said. I'm actually really close with Luka Doncic, Steph Curry's camp. Donovan Mitchell was one of my first guys that I rocked with. Luka actually reached out to me when he was still in Spain before he came to the NBA, and he saw that I did Goran Dragic's shoes, and he hit me up on Twitter, and he was like, "Yo, how do I get a pair of this? Like, I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan," and I knew who Luka was because I play NBA 2K, so I already had done the research and play that shit, and we play leagues and we play seasons, so I knew who Luka was before anybody really like cared to look. And yeah, I was like, man, I got you, bro. So we carried that friendship onto now where he's in the NBA, bro. So I've done sneakers for LeBron James, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell, Karl Towns, Joel Embiid. Man, you go all the way down the list. Damian Lillard, Tatum. Man, it goes on forever, bro. So like these relationships and friendships that I've built in the past, you're going to start seeing them drip into the art card world very soon. And it's something that I intentionally did not want to use when I first got into this game because I wanted to earn my stripes. And that's something that whether you like me or you don't, you got to respect it, bro. Because
You're hustling, man.
I could have came in here guns blazing, using all my resources off the rip. But that's not what I'm about. I wanted to earn my respect and earn my due. You know what I'm saying? So
I like your style, man. You have my respect. And you know, coming into this, I'm fairly new. I've only been in for a few months. I didn't know you from anyone. I just started following you and appreciating what you're doing. Like you said, it's not about how many followers you had. I just had respect for what you're doing. You're fucking grinding. You're doing a great job and you're killing it, man. You are absolutely killing it. And I love your pieces.
That, man. And like I tell everybody, man, like I may have 1 million followers on Instagram, but I try my best to answer every single DM that comes into my inbox. And I think I've done pretty well at that. And anybody that's crossed paths with me through there, they will tell you, man, I'm a genuine dude. I keep it real 100, and that's just what it is.
For sure. I got 2 more, man. We're going to get you out to dinner.
Oh, yeah. You know what sounds like.
It's that time.
We're about to go eat too.
Hello.
We're about to wrap it up.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
So what do you want to see in the space from artists and collectors? Like, what do you hope to see, man?
I want to see innovation, man. I want to see innovation and artists really taking this opportunity to build their style and run with it.
Amen.
I came in here with the idea like, oh shit, people are gonna rock with my art and I could just do anything and it's gonna be cool. but I also learned that you have to have certain styles and things that really make you stand out. So that's why I came up with my anatomy collection. You know, I see Piggy has the heavy as the head. So I was like, man, I need to have something like that I could use and I could just get better and better and better with every single time. And the anatomy collection did that for me. And I've been able to run with that. And man, I have some great. Now that I'm getting anatomy collection into the cartoon and video game side of things, it's gonna really get crazy. I'll tell you that right now. I started with a lot of like the real like characters,
Yep.
iconic athletes, but now when we're getting into Disney and all that stuff, it's gonna turn up.
Bring it. I need a whole setup in my girls' rooms, man. Let's go.
It's gonna get wild.
Get me through Halloween and all your freak show.
Oh, we almost done, man. We almost done.
Last question, man. What's your end goal, man? Where do you see yourself in a year? Where are you trying to get to, man? Because I know you're nonstop.
Man, dude. So I can't wait till I officially open up my gallery downstairs, my art gallery to the public. There's a lot of big things coming that I can't talk about NDA wise, but it's all about scaling, bro. My apparel, you know, working on a couple collabs with Zoomies to get my stuff in their stores. You know, having a few brick and mortar stores throughout the country that I'm already in line with that would carry art cards, apparel, custom sneakers, artwork, all that stuff. So there's just the sky's the limit as long as I keep my focus on point, bro.
I have no doubt you will, man. You're one of the most focused individuals I've ever met my whole life, man. Like I said, much love to you. All respect. Any final thoughts before I get you out to dinner?
Nah, man, just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing great for the community and to all the artists that actually watch this, man. You know, always reach out. I'm super cool. As long as you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. And I'm always down to like chop it up and spit ideas and stuff like that. So, you know, I just want artists to know that I'm here to help you guys grow. That's what it's all about. Help everybody grow and just really build a healthy environment, man, because it's pretty toxic at times, you know, and I like to stay out of that shit. So I just stay quiet and keep focused, man. You'll never see that drama on my shit, bro.
Hey, man,
You know,
it gets a little tricky. You got to watch a step here and there, man. Keep it clean.
It does.
Well, all love to you. Appreciate your time, man. Kicks, you are the absolute man. All love.
Appreciate you, Kurt. Thank you, brother.
Yep. Out here.